Let me know what you liked or disliked about the video, and if you liked it, a sub would be appreciated. Let's begin. Inspired from a new game, you know what I'm talking about. Winky emoji. An artist from Naughty Dog seemingly just randomly leaked the three art pieces from their new title. Um, and the pieces are actually called Women of the North. What the hell could this game be? I be you see the pictures here. Like what could it be? I don't know. I don't know. But judging by the pictures, it looks to be like some sort of Skyrim or some sort of Witcher type thing. I do know that Naughty Dog stated that they will not do open world games again. So I'm not sure how this is actually going to be. It looks like some sort of fantasy setting. You can clearly see. Some observations. Some observations. After Amy Hennig left the project from Uncharted 4, there has been a focus on women leads. I am curious as to why they are going in that direction. I do know that most of their games were men leads. I want to know if this is going to have an impact on their story creation, or their plot creation, or their gameplay creation. It looks like most of the women are androgynous. So these are just some questions that I had. Are there going to be, character creations in their games that they're going to have, or are they going to just focus on just, the woman leads that they've been doing? Are you going to be able to pick a man or a woman to kind of, cover their bases? Or, is there some sort of demographic that they're targeting? Because when you make a game, you are targeting a specific demographic. Next, we have Digital Foundry's latest video on Hitman 3 with the comparison of the Xbox Series X version and the PlayStation 5 version. And they found some interesting discoveries. One, the shadow quality for the PlayStation 5 version is a step below the Series X. Two, the resolution is at 1800p. It's capped at 1800p. There's no dynamic scaling with their engine. So you get your full fat 4K with, the Series X, and you get the 1800p capped. Now, in terms of the differences between last generation and this generation are really just the resolution and frame rate. Curious though, Digital Foundry knows that there's some kind of setting that they have with these consoles where you can kind of go back and sort of patch or basically force the system to run at a higher spec. So it's like a PlayStation Pro, or Xbox One XX version. So the game would run better in this particular case. These are not next generation versions. These are basically the PlayStation Pro versions and the Xbox One X version, which it's kind of curious that they didn't mention that. And as you know, that the development kits for these consoles are completely different. The backwards compatibility is handled completely differently. So it looks like they're still doing the PlayStation Pro version, which is limited from the Xbox Series X version, which is probably the reason why you're getting the 1800p. Now, there are pretty big drops when it comes to transparency. Are you walking through grass on the Series X version, due to it running at that 4K, that fat 4K. And there is no drops whatsoever at the 1800p. So there's clearly overhead on the PlayStation 5 version, but for some reason they capped it at the 1800p. I don't think that it's because of some sort of limitation there. I just think that they're running some sort of backwards compatibility, sort of like Days Gone that they just made a recent video on, and the recent Ghost of Tsushima. I wish they would actually state these types of things. It would kind of clear it up. It's funny, the narrative with Digital Foundry is usually frame rate, but this time they say that they don't mind if frame rate drops to 40 when you walk through grass and stuff like that. You got to ask yourself these questions. I'm on my question kick right now. Why Digital Foundry? Why are you doing this? I don't know.